Is it possible to slip into another realm? Or is there times when the veil becomes so thin that there's really no difference between you on Earth and the realm that is also on Earth, I would say, but you become one? And I think that's kind of what happened on this day. And this is the story. It started out that morning. I drove up to northern Minnesota, and I wanted to do 2 preliminary investigations at potential sites where there was supernatural activity, and I might need to help out or help explain what this activity is. So I drive up there. I'm at this cabin, and I'm trying to call that morning. I call, and the guy's phone number, just I don't get no answer. Finally, the 4th time I call, this older gentleman answers, and I talk to him very briefly, and we realize that it is the wrong number. He is not looking for help. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. I hang up. So be it. And so I just drive out to the address that the guy gave me, and they're home. I do the preliminary interview and do some audio work and whatnot. I head out. Eventually, I'm back at this cabin again. I'm standing outside. I mean, it's a beautiful day. It's early spring. And there's a porch on the front of the cabin. And I realize that I'm hearing what sounds like breathing. And I'm like, is that me breathing? Nah, I don't think so. It's coming from the porch. And it is so full of it just encompassed the space around me. It literally sounded like it was the porch breathing. And that was odd. But I am quick to act upon it. I go straight inside this cabin and I grab my audio recorder and I turn it on. And I'm standing inside the cabin and I'm listening to see if I hear anything else. There's a few unusual creaks and this and that, and I'm not sure. But it's just quiet. I'm the only one there. There's nobody anywhere near that property. 1/4 mile away is the nearest person. There was nobody else there. And my phone rings. It's on the old table in there. And I walk over to it and I look down at it. And it shows the number that the call is coming in from. It's coming in from the number I had tried to call all morning that was wrong. The wrong number. Where the old man had been. I'm like, I don't even feel like picking up that phone right now. But eventually I decide to, about the 4th or 5th ring. I hit the button to answer the phone, expecting to hear the old man's voice. I didn't. Just more breathing. On the phone was the same, very similar, estranged heavy breathing that I had heard on the porch. And I'll admit, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. And so I leave the cabin, I go outside, and I got the recorder in my hand. I step out into the yard, and I say a few protection prayers. I don't know what I'm dealing with, really. And things calm down a little bit. But I got the recorder running, and I'm the only one at the cabin again, I'll say that again, and I'm working on a few things or digging around with some equipment I had, different things, and recording the whole time. And what you're going to hear coming up is what was going on. I'm not even really talking. If I'm talking on there, I'm gonna tell you I'm talking. But other than that, everything else you hear is voices from another realm. The realm is on Earth here, right with us, but it is not something that we usually acknowledge. But in this case, it was right there, and the veil was extremely thin. So did I slip into the realm? I don't know if that's correct terminology, but for a time period, the veil was so thin, it was as if we were right there with each other. Check out some of the EVPs coming out of this. It's pretty amazing to me. And I'm going to talk more after, but first, let's just listen to some of the audio. Because I can sense your presence. Because I can sense your presence. Because I can sense your presence. And can I absolutely validate that maybe it was voices from farther off? I can't really. No. I don't know if there's ever really a perfect situation. But I know from experience that this has the potential to be deceased souls communicating. And not only that, a lot of them wanted to cross over, and I said a prayer for them, and I potentially gave them an opportunity to cross over, and things lightened up around there. And that's all I could say about it. We're not going to know all the answers till our time comes, what the afterlife all has in store for us, what we are all capable, why were they there in the first place. I didn't have all those answers. This was not an investigation. It was an unexplained event that I took the time to gather a little bit of information from. I was more concerned in the end that if some deceased souls came to me to be crossed over, they had a chance to cross over and find peace. That's the bottom line of it. And I certainly would welcome any comments you guys want to add in the comment section. And if you like this type of stuff, the usual, like, subscribe. There's always going to be more experiences like this. There's no doubt in my mind. And as I get time, I'll try to provide videos of this type. I hope that people have a chance to learn something from these. You know, that is, it's just not me doing it just for fun, so to speak, though I do enjoy it. But I hope there's some material in here that maybe somebody's experienced before, and maybe it makes them feel better about what they experienced. Hey, you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Pixabay.